Hi, we'll start off tonight with forward Antoine Griezmann. Antoine, si puedes empezar con tu análisis inicial del partido, por favor.
De partido complicado, siempre es difícil empezar con un marcador negativo y tuvimos que hacer cambios, intentar hacer más daño, meter más gente arriba y pudimos encontrar el gol del empate que nos dio más tranquilidad para crear ocasiones y al final la segunda parte estuvimos mucho más agresivos en la presión, mucho más agresivo con el balón, más rápido y ese es la imagen y el juego que tenemos que hacer para seguir creciendo.
It was a complicated game. It's never easy starting off with a negative mark like that, but we made changes at halftime and put more guys further up the field, and we were able to get that goal and really kind of give ourselves some time of tranquility to create more opportunities, to create those occasions to go out and get the winner, and that was the image. And in the final zone, we were a lot more aggressive. We were pressing more and more aggressive with our press, and it was a really good way to get the win tonight.
Awesome.
Antoine, the last couple games, the team has been scored on first in the first half and then come back with a goal in the second half. What has it been just in terms of the way the teams start the games versus coming out of the locker room in the second half and the adjustments that the teams make?
Yeah, I think it's a good question because we need to change that. I don't know how, but yeah, we can start the games like that. I think we are starting good with the ball, but defensively we are without energy or without pressure. So this is something to watch and to do better.
Michael.
Antoine, congratulations on the goals and the win. You talked about the second half being more aggressive. I want to get your thoughts on the substitutes, Justin, Joran, Tyrese, the energy they brought and their ability to control the ball. Is that what ultimately helped you guys become more aggressive in the final third?
I think it's not only today, it's every game I'm here, every game the second part is every time the best. I don't know why, because maybe the guys on the bench put more energy or give us more energy, but I think it's in the mind of the players, no, in the first half, to go press, to be fast with the ball, and yeah, I think it's something we need to do better, and because we have that, so it's just start the games like the second half, but yeah, it's something to watch.
Alonso.
Gracias, Omar. ¿Cómo estás? Antoine, Alonso Contreras de Ares Sport Network. Quería preguntarte, en el segundo gol se vio que lo gritaste con todo y al acabar el partido tiraste la pelota en el aire. ¿Cuánta bronca te sacaste en ese remontado 2-1, que también de 3 partidos en casa no venían de la mejor manera?
Sí, al final, como he dicho, las primeras partes nos está costando y es lo que nos hace jugar siempre con esa sensación, ¿no? de presión, de no estar cómodo, de no jugar nuestro juego. Entonces te da bronca porque no es lo que quieres. Nada, al final no estaba tampoco haciendo un gran partido, no estaba tocando mucho balón. Y por eso en el segundo gol pues lo grité mucho y luego pues tiré el balón porque era un partido muy importante, 3 puntos importantes y era como parecido, ¿no? a la última jugada en Leagues Cup donde había visto un rival, o sea, un compañero dentro y se la di al rival y nos empataron y esa vez pues me fui al córner y hace el tiempo, entonces nada, lo celebré porque es lo que tenía que hacer aquel día que lo hice hoy.
Mike.
Luis, te quería preguntar, el equipo termina ya una racha, unas 3 semanas larguísimas donde están jugando miércoles, sábado. Quería saber cómo te sientes físicamente, qué has podido aprender del grupo, de vos mismo, de la liga y ahora el reto que ahora toca viajar en esta liga, sabiendo que me imagino que ya sabes cómo es viajar viajar a otras ciudades y a veces el toll que puede llevar físicamente. Quería saber cómo te sientes sabiendo todo eso.
Bien, muy bien, me siento cómodo, contento. Al final tenemos un gran grupo de recuperadores, fisios, preparadores de alto rendimiento y hacen que estemos bien nosotros, que las piernas estén frescas. Hay un estudio atrás de cada jugador, de cada entrenamiento, cada partido, entonces están al tanto de todo y nada, me encuentro muy bien, estoy descansando bien y nada, al final yo quiero jugar, quiero ayudar al equipo al máximo y ahora nos toca viajar y habrá que ganar fuera. In English?
No.
You?
Great behind, we have such a great team of trainers, physios, therapists that really help us keep in the best way possible. Behind every player, every training session, every game is a full studio of people working to make sure that we can be at our maximum for every single game. So I find myself well right now. I'm resting well, and now we have to go on the road and try and get a win next weekend.
Go right here.
Grisi, primero que todo, felicitaciones por los 2 goles. Te quería preguntar qué se siente marcar estos 2 goles y que estos hayan ayudado a la victoria del equipo.
Bien, muy bien. Muy feliz. Como dije, no estaba tocando mucho balón, entonces estaba más atento a esperar mi momento en el área y pude hacer 2 goles ahí casi de rebote, así que nada, seguir así, mejorar yo también, porque siempre hay cosas que mejorar, pero estamos en el buen camino y la victoria siempre es lo más importante.
And it's like I said, there was moments that I wasn't getting a lot of the ball, so I've been focusing on really waiting for the moments where I do and waiting for those right moments. And so scoring those 2 goals was important, and making sure that I was able to put away the rebound as well. Obviously, there's always going to be things that you have to improve, but I think we're on a good path right now, and the most important thing is the victory and the 3 points.
Luis.
¿Qué tal, Antoine? Luis Carlos Pineda para Laura para Orlando. I'm going to say it in English. How much did the home crowd here at the stadium fed into the momentum to drive in the second half for the win? And also, how does this hard-fought 2-1 win like this set the standard for what's to come in the rest of the season? Thank you.
Yeah, every time I say the energy of the stadium is very important for us in the bad moments. We need them, and yeah, today was amazing. When we scored the first goal, we had, I don't know, maybe another power with the crowd, and it was amazing. They push us a lot, and they give you how do you say alas?
Wings.
Queens. So yeah, it was amazing, and I like the moment after the goal when we are with the kids, the fans, and we are together to celebrate the victories is very good for us, the players. And yeah, I think we are in good way, and we can do better, but we are in the good way to make playoff.
Last one, Austin.
Antoine, can you just break down what you saw in that game-winning goal, just what you saw in the build-up to the play and the play itself?
In the box when I received the ball, yeah. I think it's very good cross from Spice. And I was taking to do in one touch to score, but I did very bad. So the defender touched the ball, and the ball come to me, and yeah, I saw a lot of legs, and yeah, I tried to just make a pass between the legs of the defender, and yeah, it was. Here is when you need to be patient, but just for 1 or 2 seconds. And today I was very patient in this time, and yeah, this is why I score goal.